Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we will be exploring the concept of extensions in Xcode. And I'm going to be showing it to you with Swift, and you could of course use it for any other language, but I'm not totally sure about how it works for other languages, but what I am sure about is how it works in Swift. So let's start by opening up Xcode. Let's make it a playground, blank playground. I'm just going to save this, just call this extensions dot playground on my desktop, create it. As you can see, it's right there. So just to make sure everything's working, just print out str. Okay, so I'll just tell you what we're going to be doing here. So we're going to create this array, and we're going to be, yeah, there we go, finally. So if I modify this value and run it again, it should still just print that. There we go. So what we're going to do is create this array, and we're going to create a shuffle functionality for the array. We already have a function for this, but we're just going to be exploring extensions, and that's one of a very easy method to do that. So let's get rid of everything, and then let's start by creating an array. So var array is going to be a array of strings, and it's going to be equal to cat, and then what about basketball? It really doesn't matter, it's just random stuff. And then let's add a MacBook, and then let's add a dog. So now we have this array. Let's just print out array to see that it's all working. Let's run that. So there we go, cat, basketball, MacBook, and dog. So now what we're going to do is, what if I wanted to put cat over here and dog over here? I have to manually, or I just wanted to randomly shuffle all of this up. That's going to be hard, right? To just keep every single time just manually do something. So let's add some functionality by creating an extension. Well, before we get into anything big, I just want to tell you, we already have a function for this. So if I just go array dot shuffle, I have function for that, but we're just going to explore how it's done. So we're going to add more functionality to array. So what you basically do is, by typing array here, that you're telling Swift that you're going to add some functionality to this array, or whatever array is being called for the function. So it's a func mix up, because we already have a function called shuffle. And then let's print out 1 2 3, and now if instead of doing this I say array dot shuffle and then run this, I should hopefully see 1 2 3. Wait, not shuffle, mix up. That's what I called it, right? 1 2 3, beautiful. So we're working with this. So the next thing I want to tell you guys is that we're going to be modifying the value of array. So we have to add a keyword before this, that is mutating, which tells Swift that we're going to modify the value of this current array. So first of all, I want to just tell you something. Self will give us the array that we're currently at, which we're using. So if I just say print, not prefix but print self, and then run this array, I just see this. So self refers to the array that the function is being called on. So we're going to be just modifying the value of this self, that is the array that is being called on. And the reason we're not using any other thing is because we don't want to change the value of some other array. And another thing is, we're not going to inherit some array from here. So we're not doing that because we want to actually modify the entire value. So let's start. The first thing we want to do is to just take a look at how many things we have inside this array. So we'll say let count is equal to self.count. That's going to give us the number of elements in this array. And that's going to be printing out 4. So next up, we're going to be running this for I in So doesn't even matter, we don't need that value, in 1 till our count. So we're going to be running this how many ever elements are there in the array. So we're going to be getting two numbers. One is um, our starting point is going to be an integer, because we're going to be working only with ints inside arrays, right? We can't use doubles, e.g. floats, because we're going to be modifying the array itself. I'll just get to it in a minute. So we're going to use this function called arc for random, and we're going to use this upper bound, and this is going to be a uint32 of the count minus 1. So that's going to be our starting point, and our ending point is going to be the same type, ending point. So we have two random numbers that are generated, and then next what we're going to do is to say let item is equal to self at starting point. So now we have the item at where we're starting from. So next we're going to say self dot remove at starting point, and then we're going to say self dot insert item at ending point. And then once this is done, we'll just print out self. So let's run this and see what happens. Okay, maybe I have to just say print array down here. Now let's see if it works. Okay, why isn't it? Okay, there we go. Run that. So as you can see right now, it got shuffled. Last time it didn't get shuffled properly, but this time it got shuffled. Let's try once more. We should again see another shuffled version. It's again shuffled. So as you can see, this is how we can add functionality and shuffle stuff around. And remember, if I say array dot mixup again, it doesn't mean I will get the same output. So let me just copy the same thing, paste it here, and now if I run it, I should see two different values. I mean, two different same thing but with different. Yeah, so there you go. We got two stuff placed in the same place, but these two got mixed up. But you could also do something like count plus 10, so that it gets shuffled up even more. And you could just give like a random number. I'm using count so that, yeah, so as you can see, you can shuffle the first two elements. Let's try once more. So as you can see, it got thoroughly shuffled here. So that is how we can create a shuffling functionality. But as you can see, we already have a function for this, shuffle, and it's basically essentially going to do the same thing. But the cool thing is that we can also add some more functionality, and that is we can also ask it to, actually we don't want to modify the original array, but we want to get another array that is like this. So let's we could do something like var array duplicate, and that's going to be equal to our array. It's not srray but array, and then we could say array duplicate dot mixup, and then we'll print out our array, and then we'll print out a line break, and then we'll print out our array duplicate. And now we successfully created our array and a duplicate array, and as you can see, the array is what it was, and now as you can see, the array duplicate is a different value. But what if we didn't want to do this much? We just wanted to make it simpler. Well, we could ask this to return a string. So now here we could say var self duplicate is equal to self, and then instead of modifying the array that is being called on, we will just go ahead and now modify another one and return out this self duplicate. So now if I can create nothing like let new array is equal to array dot mixup, and now let me just print out a new array. Now if I run this, I will see my array with new value. Oh wait, I guess that should just fix the problem. Yep. Oh, I forgot to type in self-duplicate here. Yeah, because as you saw that we got repeater values. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. So it did the same thing essentially, but one thing is that this is right now. Um, Option click. It's a string, but we return an element. It's just some stuff. I'll probably explain that in another video. But as you can see, we created a function that returns a mixed up version of this array. So we still have the original array, it is still not mixed up, but we created a new array that is exactly the same as this, but just that its values are mixed up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys all next time.